What is going on, everybody? Good morning. Just get that mic in the right place. What is going on? I was going to put the suit on, but quite honestly, I don't have enough time to sort it out after just finishing the breakfast club over on Fantasy Football Scout. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I turn my mic down a bit. Hopefully it sounds all right. Let me know if the music's okay. What is going on? We have 49 minutes until the deadline. I'll tell you now, my team's not locked in, right? The defense is causing me a few issues. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm not muted. Don't give me that rubbish. That's not going to be funny every time I stream. Yeah, hopefully this holds up okay. Yeah, welcome. Thanks to the stream. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm kind of all over the place a little bit. We'll get there in a minute. Thanks to everyone that's subscribed and stuff and watched the videos over the last few days as well. It's been absolutely ridiculous. We're on 95,000 subscribers now. I know 100k is impossible before the deadline now, but thanks for everyone that's hit that button. If you haven't already, make sure you do. Give this stream a like. It's the deadline. We're about to start the season. We're excited. Yeah, the Breakfast Club ending was a bit abrupt. That was my fault. We'll figure. I know why, so that's good. Don't forget, by the way, if you haven't already subscribed, the prize pool could be 500 quid. If we can get 4,500 subscribers in the next 49 minutes, job done. We'll be putting up 500 quid. Otherwise, 250 if we get to 100k by the end of October. Let's just jump straight into the team. All right, this is how it's looking right now. I should really put this on top. Job done. This is how the team's looking right now. And yeah, I think most of it's going to change. The only thing is my defense. I'm a little bit worried. Like I've had to put Eiling in. I should probably turn off Super Chat. It's going to get nuts. I've had to put Eiling in because I want to have a defender on the bench that I can kind of be okay with. Because I've got Shaw, James and Benagri. So I'm thinking maybe I'll go James to Sice. That's probably my one move I'm going to do. Thoughts on Willian and Adams? Willian, just you don't know if he's going to start. Adams is probably okay though as a £6 million power forward. No issues with him. But Willian just wouldn't go there, to be honest. I'm not really too up on Arsenal at all right now. Massive U-turn on Benagri. The thing is with me, I'm probably going to go Sice as well. So I'm going to double up on Wolves defence. Marcel can't play instead of both of them, and Benagri hasn't been sold yet. The way I've thought about it is, if Benagri plays, it's incredible. 4.5 million Wolves defender. If he doesn't, okay, it's a transfer waiting to happen. But is that the end of the world? I don't have too many massive issues in my team, I would say. My only other worry is Pulisic, right? If I had 0.5 in the bank, could I go Son instead or Son and then figure out which Chelsea boy to go for? But I think Pulisic is going to be better than Havertz long term. Reece James or Sice, you have the same issue. Yeah, I'm kind of siding with Sice, to be honest. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, there's going to be lots of questions to get through. It's going to be an absolutely insane stream. I'm sure I've missed loads of stuff this morning. Like I've not even checked Twitter much this morning. It's just been crazy. I'm sure my inbox is going mad. I think I've got my fan team locked in as well, which is good. A little bit different to my FPL team. I'm just seeing now. Okay. Right, yeah, cool. Oh, this chat is insane. I'm never going to be able to keep up with it. Hang on, let me get the right chat up here. Honestly, sometimes I wonder if I've ever streamed before. I'm just so bad at it. Okay. I wish 100k will break during the stream would be insane. Yeah, we're not going to get 100,000 subscribers. I meant to put a thing on the banner, but I just haven't had any time this morning. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. I won't keep going on about it in the stream, though. Let's see if we can get through some. Am I worried about the site crashing? Not really. Replace Shaw and use it on upgrade and Pulisic. Why does Pulisic need an upgrade? The thing is, you could go for Son, Everton and Southampton first two fixtures. The one thing I will say I like about Son, right, or mainly in general Spurs' fixtures, is if he does okay against Southampton and Everton, and I feel like I can keep him a bit longer, he then has Newcastle and West Ham in the first 5 fixtures, which are pretty damn good. Now, it's not like Chelsea's fixtures are bad, because in the same period they play Southampton, Palace, West Brom and Brighton, although West Brom and Brighton are both away. Whether or not that'll matter, we'll have to wait and see. But Son's fixtures are quite nice, but it's just that extra bit of money I don't know if I'm going to go for. What 6 million or under midfielder should you pick? PS, preferably a start. Oh, preferably a start. I mean, Ward-Prowse is kind of the steady going to tick over pick. I mean, I've got St. Maximin. I think he's my favourite 5.5. I don't think he's massively exciting by any means, but hopefully do the business with all those new signings. Thanks very much for that. If Sancho goes to United, will you go for him? Depends how much he is, as always. How much have you missed? About 3 minutes, 4 minutes? Adam, what is going on? Ward-Prowse over St. Maximin. I personally would just rather save the money, but there's nothing wrong with Ward-Prowse. He'll tick over. Should have penalties. We don't actually know that they've gone to Ings. Some people think Ings has now got penalties, but Ward-Prowse is very good at them. I don't know why they would, kind of take him off them right now. Vinagre's fixtures, first two fixtures are not great, so why take the risk? Well, Sheffield United away is fine. Like, who's backing Sheffield United to be scoring loads of goals? So Sheffield United's fine. Yeah, okay, Man City not so good. But I would have... in this team, I've got Shaw and Ayling, so I could play both of them in Game Week 2. If Pulisic, Vinagre and James all don't start, yeah, that is my worry. I think ultimately what I probably would do is go Seiss, and instead of Ayling, I'll have Mitchell. So I've got Mitchell just in case someone doesn't start. I'm a little bit worried about Pulisic though. If I do that move, I could just spend the extra 0.5 on Son and just see how it goes. The only thing in the back of my mind is that Chelsea versus Liverpool game post-lockdown was a big score, 5-3. I'm not saying that will happen again. It's much different at this stage, at the start of the season versus the end. Like at the end, Liverpool had nothing to play for. Chelsea just absolutely going for it. But yeah, what if Chelsea destroy Liverpool? Then I really want them. But if I go for Son, I can basically get any other Chelsea midfielder I want. Gethin, thanks very much. Robbo and Souček or Doherty and St. Maximin. Probably Robertson and Souček to start and then maybe change them later on, I think. Mark, thanks very much. Mr. Atsu. Why do you think double Wolves defence is better than one Wolves defender and Justin? Well, it's Justin versus Vinagre or Justin versus Seiss, isn't it, really? Leicester's defence is without Johnny Evans, which worries me a bit. They might do okay, though, because the fixtures are really good. So I'm not saying Justin's a bad pick, but long-term he's probably not going to play. Whereas at least one of Seiss or Vinagre will play as it stands. They could just buy another... Maybe they'll buy another left-back. They'll play left wing-back and Marçal will play instead of Seiss. But I don't know. It feels like lots of ifs and buts and what-ifs. I'm tempted just to go for it. Jimenez and Pereira or Mitrovic. Thanks very much. Jimenez and Pereira or Mitrovic and Pulisic. I prefer the second one, I think. Yeah, definitely the Chelsea midfielder one. Especially for the first couple of games. I will say, I was just talking on Breakfast Club then about Mitrovic. I don't know. I feel I hate fixtures because sometimes you just read them and you can kind of frame them either way you want. Like I look at the opening fixtures and think they're okay. He's playing Leeds, Villa, Sheffield United, but ultimately, hang on, I'll try and get to these super chats in just a sec. Ultimately, right, if Arsenal do okay, then suddenly he's got Leeds away, could be difficult. Got Wolves away, could be difficult. Sheffield United away, they were very good last year as well. If they can perform the same, that's also difficult. And it's only when you get to game week 6, Crystal Palace, West Brom, etc., I think it looks okay. Whereas then I'm looking at Che Adams, I'm back looking at him, and then he's got West Brom and Palace in the first 4. But then he plays Spurs and Burnley in between, so are they good fixtures? But he is playing in a better team. So I don't know whether to downgrade to him. Not downgrade, but swap to him. I'm just not sure. Mitrovic is so nailed, though. Penalties. All he needs is a couple of penalties somehow in the first few game weeks. But I think, let me just make the changes I'm considering right now. I can always change them back. It's game week 1. Obviously, they have good... After the first 4 or 5 game weeks, it's pretty good fixtures for Mitrovic. But who knows how the lay of the land will look then. So this is what I'm thinking about. Seiss... it does. By the way, this does mean I have to play one Wolves defender against Man City, but is it the end of the world? Is it the end of the world? I don't know if it is. But I'd have to go Mitchell, I think, to cover myself. And I could go for Son. But Pulisic is one I want longer term. So I could go something like this. There's a lot of changes, by the way. I wouldn't be trying to make so many changes usually. Something like that. Gorav, how is it going? Lewis or Vinagre, need whichever to play Game Week 1 and Game Week 2. But Lewis has West Ham and... who is it? I can't remember who's in Game Week 2. Brighton. If you only need him for the first 2, you could probably just go for Lewis. But, Vinagre has very good fixtures after Man City. Mark, how's it going? Is Bowen a good pick? For the first game week, I'm not sure I'd want him much after that. Not for. I think he's 6.5, isn't he? Is Son a better Spurs coverage? I would ignore coverage. I like Son because you can go to any Chelsea midfielder. That's the main reason. Arguably, Kane is a slightly better pick right now But he does cost too much. Does cost more. Niall, how's it going? Richarlison, Pulisic, or Havertz, or James and Martial? James? Which James? Like James? You talking about James Rodriguez? I think Richarlison and Pulisic for the first few weeks, probably. But the thing is, you don't know if Pulisic or James Rodriguez are going to start. I'm assuming that's who it is. Is Steer locked in? I mean, he is, but I'm not expecting to play. I'm just going to play McCarthy week in, week out, basically. Because why the hell not? If you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're new around here as well. We're going to be doing these streams every single week. So yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and all that good stuff. Harvey Barnes is being overlooked. Yeah, maybe. What if they play 5 at the back, though? Is there a chance he misses out? 7 million, a lot of money. Why are you so set on Calvert-Lewin? Is it better to have him over Jimenez and 1.5 in the bank? The thing with Calvert-Lewin, it's a lot of hope, really, that the Everton midfield will come good, basically. And they got good fixtures from game week 2 onwards. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Or why I'm looking at it. Yeah, but we'll see how it goes. I just think from game week 2, they've got, is it West Brom, Palace, and Brighton? That's 3 pretty good fixtures. And if he's great, then cool, I get some price rises. And if he's not, then I get to downgrade him to one of the many 6.5 or 6 millions. Okay, let me see what else is coming in. Do you think it's a disadvantage to go 4 defenders and Trent and 3 4.5s? It's a little bit risky if you've not got any money in the bank. If you've got a really great attack you're happy with, why not? The 4.5 million fodder needs to be the new Lord. No. Is it Ollie Burke? He's gone to Sheffield United. Do we know he's definitely going to start, though? That's the problem. Sam, how's it going? St. Maximin and Pulisic or Calvert-Lewin and Foden? I think to start with, I'd go St. Max and... Hang on, that's a forward and I think I would go St. Max and Pulisic longer term. Foden could be great if he gets enough minutes, but that's always going to be the problem with him this season. Unless there's massive injuries, it's always going to be that, will he get enough minutes? Sashi, how's it going? Your vids have been very helpful. Thanks very much. Thanks to everyone that's watched them. It's been absolutely ridiculous. We have had, in the last 28 days, 2.1 million views. That has broken the records from last year already. Rishav, thanks very much. Isn't Vinagre going to be sold? Maybe he will be, but what if he's not, you know? What if he's not sold? Could be amazing to have him. So I'm keeping him for now. We'll see how it goes. Any £5 million midfielder? I mean, Souček is probably your one if you want to go 5 million. Is Bella in a better buy than Sice? I just trust the Wolves defence a lot more than I trust the Arsenal defence, really. That's my thinking there. Look, double up on Wolves could be dodgy, but they certainly have the fixtures and they've got the form from last season as well. So look, let's see how it goes. Walker Peters is underrated. I think Walker Peters is in a lot of teams, but I've got McCarthy. I'd rather double on Wolves defence than double on Southampton, I think. I'm sorry, Marçal is going to start over Vinagre. Look, maybe he will. And if he does, I've got Mitchell coming on, and then I'll panic about it in game week 2. I know it's a risk. Like, I get it's a risk, Vinagre. I'm not sitting here telling anyone that he's 100% going to start for the rest of the season because no one can tell you that. But it's a bit of hope more than anything, right? Hello from Singapore. Hello from Ireland. How's it going? That's me in Ireland, by the way. I'm sure some of you are in Ireland too. Do you think Traore is a good option for the first 2 game weeks? Nah, not really. No guarantee starts. Even if he does, he could be right wing back, so he's not for me. Sean, how's it going? Thoughts on Doherty? Would he start? I mean, there's always going to be a risk for game week 1 of players like him definitely starting, but I mean, long term, he's surely going to be the pick for the season. If Aurier's still there, though, is Aurier just never going to get game time again? Might be a little bit of a worry for me. Why am I picking Che Adams over Mitrovic? It's a bit of last-minute panic. I might change back, but I just think Che Adams got better. I just think that you can look at Mitrovic's fixtures and frame them as difficult if you wanted to, and that's kind of what I'm doing. But maybe I'm just telling myself that they're bad when they're not. But again, Arsenal at home's hard to know. I mean, Arsenal at home could be the easiest fixture of the first 5 for Fulham. Leeds away. again, that could be tricky. Wolves away tricky. Sheffield United was tricky last year. Will it be again? Then he's got Palace, West Brom, etc. So that could be good. But maybe I swap him at that point. I don't know. But Mitrovic is a bit of set and forget. That's what I like about him. I'm not completely sold on it. I don't know. Rashad, will Sice play regularly or should I sell him? I mean, he might do. I mean, basically, no one knows. This Marçal guy's come in. He could play left wing back instead of Vinagre. He could play left centre back instead of Sice. I'm going to hope that he comes in slowly and doesn't start. When is the Wolves game? When do I have to panic? It's not till 6 o'clock on Monday, so I'll panic at 5 o'clock on Monday. Don't forget, by the way, the deadline is 11 o'clock, 34 minutes away. It's not 11:30 anymore. New deadline times this year. So make sure you're aware of that. Get your teams locked in, your captaincy locked in, your vice captaincy locked in, all that good stuff. Alfred, thanks very much. Oh my God, yeah, you got to write proper names. Ramsdale, Robertson, Egan, Dyer, I guess. Son, Aubameyang, Salah, St. Max, Mitrovic, Werner, I guess, and Nketiah. I mean, it seems fine. Nketiah, though, look, Nketiah is not going to be. Nketiah is not going to be nailed on for the whole season. Like, yeah, he might start the first two, but we don't know. Marçal is there for left back. I don't think Vinagre will be long term. Maybe he won't be. Maybe he won't be. We'll see. If he is, though, how good is he? Be interesting to see if Vinagre starts against Man City. That would be a pretty big thing. If he doesn't, then yeah, I'm probably thinking let's get rid. Lucas Digne obviously offers a lot with new signings, like they shape up well, but feel like spending 6 million on him is mean have little funds elsewhere. Yeah, I've been a little bit worried about having Lucas Digne for the first game week, but after that, I do agree it could be good from game week 2 onwards, given the fixtures I just spoke about for Calvert-Lewin. Ari, DCL to Antonio to Martial, Salah to Fernandes game week 2. So you're going to start with Antonio, then move him to Martial, and then get Salah to Fernandes game week 2. I mean, let's worry about game week 2 in game week 2, right? I mean, it sounds like an okay plan, but all that needs to happen is Salah gets double figures in the first game week, and suddenly no one wants to sell him. Should we consider Danny Ings? Sure. You should consider everyone. Mostly everyone. I mean, like I said, one of the reasons to put Adams in maybe is because of the fixtures. So Ings has obviously got them too, plus he's absolutely nailed. And going to get good minutes too. Sam, Steer over Nyland more likely to start. Well, a lot of Villa fans seem to think that Steer is more likely to start, but ultimately I'm just going to play McCarthy every week anyway, so it doesn't really matter. If I'm on early wildcard, Vinagre and James are good calls. Yeah, but I'm not going to be on early wildcard. I think it's okay to have Vinagre, right? Shaw should be nailed. It would be annoying if Shaw got injured in that friendly, though. It's a shame he's not playing game week 1. Kadar, thanks very much. Why is Jimenez not considered? I think it's just the first 2 fixtures putting people off, right? It's Sheffield United away, the Man City at home. It's not that enticing. It's not like Jimenez is some really explosive striker. He ticks over, but he's 8.5 now, so it puts people off a bit. Am I set on Sice, Adams, and Son? I won't be set until 11 o'clock. I think Sice, I am. I think the thing with Reece James is I'm picturing this 15-point haul in the first game week, and then it's like, will that continue? Liverpool then. Will he be nailed after that? I mean, Azpilicueta is not going to be missing out much. Once Chilwell's fit, he's going to be the left back. How quickly that will be, I don't know. And Son, I want to go Pulisic, really. I could go Havertz instead, but the thing is, if I go Havertz, I know I will be put off. I know I'll be put off from making a sideways move, Havertz to Pulisic. Whereas if I've got Son and Chelsea look amazing in the first 2 games, I'm more likely to make that transfer. Although, I guess on the flip side, where is it now? Hang on. If Son's got Newcastle at home, am I really going to switch to Pulisic or Havertz? Maybe not. Maybe I do that in game week 4 instead. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I go for Son and then work out which Chelsea midfielder is the best. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be Pulisic. 8.5 million is going to be a bargain. Where's that next one I've missed? I mean, as soon as I miss a message, it's just gone. I can't get it back. It's too difficult. Double Walls defense. Thanks very much, Dan. Currently, yeah, why not? One of the best defenses in the league. I have even toyed I have even toyed with going for Zuma. All right, that's how much I want Chelsea defenders. Samson, how's it going? Cody over Sice, only benching Gameweek 2 in the next 8. Yeah, Cody probably is a little bit of a safer pick. I mean, I could even go Cody and Sice if we think Vinagre's not going to play, but Cody is so dull. It's basically clean sheets and that is it. That's all you're getting from him, which for 5 million with the amount they're probably going to get over the first 8 game weeks is probably not that bad, but it's too dull even for me, to be honest. So I can't get Cody in. Is 4 million Mitchell guaranteed start? He should be for this week. How long he's guaranteed to start with after that, that's anyone's guess, to be honest. What's my day job? FPL, of course. FPL. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. There's nearly 7,000 people watching. So if every one of you that wasn't subscribed hit that button, we'd be proper close to 96,000, pushing for that 100,000. Let's do it. Sorry, I missed something there. Spurs to keep a clean sheet against Everton. I think it'd be tricky, to be honest. Not just because I've got Calvert-Lewin. It will be tricky. They could do. It's not the easiest fixture to start with. Should you play Sice or Egan in Game 1? I mean, if you're going for a Sheffield United defender, you probably should just play them at home to Wolves. It's not like Wolves are necessarily free scoring. Who is Wolves right back? So some people think that Burr is going to start. I've got a bad feeling it will just be Traore right wing back, to be honest. We'll have to wait and see. Thoughts on news that Saliba is starting with Louise out? My main thought is there's no guarantee that is the case, but maybe it's quite likely. He's only 4.5 million. But it's Arsenal defence. I'm not really that interested in it anyway. We don't know if he's going to continue starting. We don't know how good they're going to be. Yeah, I'm just not particularly interested in Arsenal. I get that he could be a bargain at 4.5 million, but the big thing is could. This structure you have pretty much only allows Salah out from Man United attacker or Son to Rashford if you got. I've got 0.5 million in the bank with this. Well, I don't if I have Son, but. I'm not really planning for a Man United attacker. As simple as that, really. If I need to do Salah to Fernandes, then fine. But again, all it takes is for Salah to hit 10 points or more in an opening game week, and suddenly no one is looking to sell. But I do fully appreciate if he doesn't, we could see mass sales. Who knows? Am I set on Aubameyang captain? Yeah, pretty much. I don't think there's anything wrong with Salah at home, even if it is Leeds. But Fulham defence is going to be worse, right? So Arsenal defence was pretty solid at the end of the season. But we're talking just a couple of games, though. Like, actually, since Arteta came in, they haven't really improved that much at all in terms of like underlying numbers. But I fully appreciate they've made a good few signings, and now he's had a bit more time to work with them as well. They could be better, but we don't know for sure. Good eye, thanks very much. How about Vardy? Is it a better pick than Werner? He could be. He's got the fixtures, but he's missing Maddison. Obviously, no Chilwell there now, no Ricardo either, and that kind of just all together puts me off. But he's definitely got the fixtures. I'm just hoping that Chelsea will go absolutely mad, and Werner will kind of be at the front of that, and just be awesome. Why not Fernandinho game week 2? He will play midfield and is registered as defender. Man City just changed too much for attack. Okay, the big hauls they get sometimes, it might be worth it. But for defence, just not really that interested, to be honest, at the moment. I'd almost rather just spend the extra and just go to Laporte if I really wanted a Man City defender. Switch Mitchell and Basuma on your bench. Yeah, I don't know about that. I might do. Arsenal defence is better than attack. That is very debatable, I think. Not sure that's the case too. It might be. Fabio Silva at striker. Nah, Fabio Silva's not going to start. He's just that's just a wasted space for me. Chilwell, how long is he out? I think he's back training now. I could be wrong on that. So it might only be a few weeks, but again, we don't know for definite. Why have you taken... I mean, Justin will start, by the way. I mean, almost certainly. Not 100% guaranteed, but almost certainly. Why have I taken him out for Vinagre? Because long term, they both might be bad picks, but there is a chance, maybe it's a small chance, that Vinagre does keep starting. Sice and Curly we talked about Sal, thanks very much. Do I reckon Lacazette will play regularly? Nah, not really. Him and Nketiah are going to share minutes, ultimately. Like, I couldn't tell you whether Lacazette or Nketiah is going to start game week 1. 7.5k live viewers. That must be a record. It is not. I tell you now, the record for live viewers is 8.2k on the last stream, the deadline stream before the last game week of last season. There you go. There we go. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're pushing for 96k by the end of this stream, which would be insane. And also hit that like button. Why not? KD, thanks very much for all the preseason content. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. The amount of likes has been ridiculous. We've had there's over 500,000 views in the last 48 hours. That is absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. I try to, these messages are so fast. It's insane. Please sort your bench. It's giving you anxiety. What's wrong with the bench? Basuma ahead of Mitchell. Job done. The suit was a must. I know the suit, but I didn't have time. By the time I finished Breakfast Club and then set up for this, didn't have time to put a suit on. If you knew Saka would start, does he come in for St. Maximin? Probably not, because the thing is, even if I know he's going to start game week 1, do I know he's going to start game week 2? That's my worry with him. I fully get that if he does start, he's a great price, but I'm just going to go for St. Maximin. Bit of a baller. He's a Twitter legend as well. Not that you should make picks based on headbands and being Twitter legends, but St. Maximin does have both. Reece James game week 1. I think Reece James punt in game week 1 is perfectly acceptable, of course. There is a good chance he starts. It's not guaranteed, but there is a very good chance. It's just after that worries me a bit. Ian C, make sure you get on the... Yeah, Let's Talk FPL Patreon. Let me do the quick shout-outs, actually. So thanks to everyone that signed up on Patreon. The Wall of Fame is updated, so this is everyone that signed up. Thanks very much. If you want to check it out, link in the description below. There is a Q&A there. You'd have to go and listen to it pretty quickly if you wanted to see it before Game Week 1. But everyone that signed up, really appreciate it. And 3 new patrons today as well. So Jaffa, James from Planet FPL, absolute legends, James and Suj, and Calon W as well. James is also streaming right now, but don't go and watch him because you're watching me. All right, you don't want to go and switch over there. So thanks very much to everyone that's signed up. What do I think about Rodrigo? Look, it could be good, of course, but let's wait and see. Leeds fixtures are not great to start with from an attacking point of view, I don't think, and also there's no guarantee he even starts. It could just be Bamford if they play one up front. So I wouldn't even be going there. Not for 6 million. I prefer Mitrovic, prefer Adams. You get an error whilst creating a new team. Good luck, I guess. I can't help you with that. Liverpool defensive double up. Amount of points Trent and Robertson get based against other midfielders. Yeah, absolutely. Again, nothing wrong with double Liverpool defence if that's the way you want to go. They're pretty much set and forget. And even if you wanted to sell one of them, you can go and get any other defender in the whole game. Is Bruno coming back for game week 2? Not for my team, probably. Maybe I'll panic. Maybe I'll do Salah to Fernandes, but we'll see. Ferguson or Mitchell on the bench? Literally, I think these two. Mitchell's going to start maybe the first 1-2 game weeks, depending on when Van Aanholt's back, and then he's probably going to be no good until there's another injury. With Ferguson, there's just a hope that when he's fit, he'll come straight back into the team. But how long he's going to be out for, we just do not know. So if you're happy with your defence for the first game week, then fine. You can maybe go Ferguson, but if not, maybe just go for Mitchell for safety. You can always swap them down the line, right? First year doing FPL, what do you get points for? I would recommend going to read the help articles. Not the type of stream I'm going to be able to go through all the point scoring. Buying Rodrigo and playing Bamford is the equivalent of getting a brand new Mercedes and choosing to drive a clapped out Fiat Pinto. I tell you now, lots of Leeds fans think there's a chance that Rodrigo doesn't start. He could start both. Maybe Rodrigo will start, I don't know. But either way, I wouldn't be going for him. So overall, it doesn't hugely matter. When's Ferguson back? We don't know, essentially. That's why it's a bit of a punt, because you just don't know when he's exactly going to be back. You always start bad and end well. How do I avoid a bad start? Get the right players. Go for tried and trusted players. Hope for the best. At the end of the day, no one can sit here and guarantee a good Game Week 1 team, right? Havertz or Pulisic if they play every single game. Pulisic, for sure. Thing is, you know what you're getting with Pulisic. You don't know yet. Like, obviously, Havertz is a great player. He's going to be a great player for Chelsea, but you don't know where he's going to play, how often he's going to play. Pulisic, once they get start every game week, is decent. Why not McNeil? Nah, they blank game at 1, don't they? I'm happy with... I'm very... Like, Calvert-Lewin is locked in. Like, Werner, Calvert-Lewin, Salah, Aubameyang, Saint-Maximin, Trent, and McCarthy are locked in. Shaw's pretty much locked in as well. Maybe I'm making a mistake there. I don't know. I could yet change my whole defence. I've still got 19 minutes. So we'll see. Is a Sheffield United defender a good pick? Potentially. I'm not really interested, though, at their price rise, to be honest, though, versus other 5 millions. The skill isn't picking a game week 1 team. It's in carrying that for the rest of the season. There we go. What great advice from Adam the Sage. Adams is risky. What's risky about Adams? I should probably stick with my gut and just go with Mitrovic. We'll see. We'll see. Will Cody start, and is he a good pick? Cody will 100% start. Is he a good pick? I mean, he's going to get you plenty of clean sheets, but that's about it. No, some bonus points, no attacking returns. Zane, thanks very much. Sean versus Pulisic versus Havertz. I mean, that is basically what I'm on and ahhing over. Right now, I'm on Son. Thing is, Son's definitely going to start. I'm pretty sure Havertz will start. Pulisic's a maybe. First 2 fixtures probably slightly better for Son. And then if he is doing well, he's got really good fixtures. If not, you can just switch to a Chelsea player in Game Week 3. I mean, one thing I would say is think about how many times you're saying, I'll just transfer him out. Because I feel like some people, and I'm probably doing it the same, like, if Finagri doesn't play, I'll just transfer him out. If Son's no good, I'll just transfer him out. Aubameyang's also being transferred out to a Man City player. So there's a lot of transfers going on potentially. But I'm probably okay with that. Summer, thanks very much. Derek, Saka and Martinez to start for Arsenal. Martinez, absolutely no guarantee. He keeps being linked away, so I'd imagine Leno will start, but again, no guarantee. And again, Saka could, but again, no one can guarantee that Arsenal starting lineup. Ben, how's it going? You're having last-minute jitters and now tinkering, considering dropping Salah to improve your bench for the bench boost. I mean, you have to have a good bench if you're going to bench boost. Whether or not that's a good idea is a different story, which we won't get into right now because, because you've already made up your mind, basically. I saw a message earlier about like people not considering Taylor enough at Burnley. I think for a lot, like for me, it's difficult to put Taylor in because I also have Shaw not playing. I've considered just going loads of 4.5 million defenders, by the way, but I just like that 5 million slot. And I think once I see my Game Week 2 lineup, I'll feel a bit better about it with Shaw in. I don't know. There's part of me that just wants to go Pulisic and upgrade Mitchell to a 4.5 that I can play in Game Week 2 and just bench both me Wolves, but yeah, I don't know. Vassal, Calvert-Lewin and Davies versus Mitrovic and Doherty. I think I prefer Calvert-Lewin and Davies. You get the same clean sheets, but you get the better striker and the better team. Better striker, yeah, it should be better. Better team, better fixtures. Okay, what else have we got here? Wan-Bissaka versus Shaw. I mean, the thing you get with Wan-Bissaka is much less likely to get injured for a start. Maybe better for bonus points as well. Probably, arguably as good, if not slightly better for attacking returns as well. But you do pay the 0.5 million more, which is why I'm not doing it. Thoughts on people not using Trent Alexander-Arnold? I mean, each to their own. I think he's a great buy. 7.5 million is could be peanuts for the score he's going to put up this year, but yeah, each to their own if they want to do it. Mushy G, thanks very much. Adam, how's it going? Kane, Vardy, Werner. Kane, Vardy, Werner with 2 5.5 in mids, or Kane, Werner, Wilson, and Havertz, Son. So who are you swapping? Kane, Werner. So basically, it's Vardy. It's not just that though, is it? You get a bit more money as well. I quite like going for a cheaper forward because I think they're just better options than the cheaper midfielders. So I prefer that one. Hell, Fozzie. Oh, look at that. The boss of Scout. Last chance to sign up for Fantasy Football Scout membership. Oh, is it still on £17.50? There you go. Cheers, Chris. There you go. If you want to sign up for a Fantasy Football Scout membership, go and do it. Last chance before the deadline. At that price, anyway. And also, while you're at it, hit the subscribe button. Hit that like button as well. What are we on now? We must be coming up to 96,000. We're very close to 96,000 subscribers. And 8.6k viewers. Insane. Saint-Maximin or Souček? I prefer Saint-Maximin. It depends whether you have to play them every week. If it's just a bench player, then Souček. But otherwise, I would just go for Saint-Max myself. Vardy triple captain first week. It's risky. It's ballsy. Go for it. It's West Brom, so it's a good team to be playing against. But there's just so many players missing from Leicester that would probably put me off doing it myself. But if you want to go for it, absolutely go for it. Mount Gameweek 1 and 2 before an upgrade to Pulisic Havertz. Why would you not just go for Havertz straight away? Surely a better option than Mount. Connor, thanks very much. St. Max and Robertson, Liverpool ×2 or Barnes and James. Definitely Robertson and St. Max, I think, for me. Bill, thanks very much. Can you talk through the St. Maximin decision? I mean, this is pretty simple. I need a £5.5 million midfielder, and they're all pretty bad. So I'm going for St. Maximin because he's playing in a team that's now got Wilson and Fraser, and there's not much more to it, to be honest. I would be tempted to go to a back four, like a 4-3-3, but you get a bit more flexibility in a 3-4-3 and a bit better in terms of bench as well, at least hopefully. Souček or Justin the start. I think you'd play Souček this week, right? He's playing against Newcastle. They can't keep clean sheets. Is Ings better than Jimenez in your opinion? Yes, to start with, for sure. Rosh, did you see the Pepe tweet? I didn't, no. Gameweek 2, good 2-week punt. That's not Rashford. I mean, I don't know. I would maybe go for someone like Havertz, someone like that, if you want to punt for 2 game weeks. A Newcastle 4th mid, seen that before. Exactly. St. Maximin to be the new Atsu, but much, much better. You might even get 4 points in a game at some point. Cheers, Kyle. I'm not changing your team any further. Yeah, I mean, it's 30 minutes too. I mean, this is where the last minute nerves are going to really... Oh, I'm so tired. This is where the last minute nerves are really going to kick in. Like that Son, Pulisic, Havertz in the middle. If Pulisic starts against Brighton, I'll be really annoyed that I've got Son. That's the only thing. I think unless Son scored like a hat-trick, which case I won't mind too much, I guess. Kyle Walker-Peters and Ryan on McCarthy and Vinagre. I mean, the first one gives you kind of guaranteed starts, right? The second one's a little bit riskier with Vinagre, so it depends whether you want to take that risk. If you've got the bench, you could take the risk. Play Smallbone over Mitchell. Smallbone's not guaranteed to start, so definitely Mitchell. I mean, Mitchell's not guaranteed to start long-term, but he'll be okay for this week. 8.5, I need a player for the first 4 weeks. Pulisic or Havertz, I think. I mean, 8.5, what, midfielder or striker? But I'm guessing midfielder, so I'd say Havertz or Pulisic. First 4. Or Ali, I guess. Mr. Ian Johnson, gamble on Vinagre being first choice over the 31-year-old new sign, or go with a safe pick and Kyle Walker-Peters. I mean, that depends. Again, I think if you're taking risks in Vinagre, you have to have the bench. I'm pushing it a little bit with Mitchell, but obviously from next week I could play Syce and Shaw in most games. And maybe even look to upgrade that Mitchell pick. So, yeah, it depends whether you've got the bench to take these punts, I suppose. Burke is a 4.5 million mid playing up top for Sheffield United. Potentially. We don't know if he's actually going to start week in, week out. But potentially, yeah. Sean, thanks very much. Where is this? Pratesh, keep up the good work. Thanks very much. Thoughts on Doherty starting a rotation with risk with Aurier? If Aurier... The thing is, what you got to remember is the transfer window is not shut yet. So there's a chance Aurier still moves out, and if he does, then Doherty's like basically nailed, right? But if he does stay, yeah, there has to be a chance that at some point Aurier plays. But I don't think he's going to play much. Like Doherty's coming in, he's going to be the main man, right? He's holding a good pick. Yeah, same kind of thing on Arsenal defence. I wouldn't be interested personally. You don't know who's going to play this week. You don't know who's going to play long term. 4.5 could be good, but for how long? Bill, am I the only one who likes Dean Garner? I liked him when I had him at 4.5 million for West Ham one season. He could be good, but again, I'm always kind of a little bit put off by newly promoted sides. Basically, that's why. Why no Doherty? I mean, you could say that about so many players, right? Why have we not got X-player? You can't have everyone at the end of the day. You cannot have everyone. It's impossible. Impossible. You're all set and confident. It's just the defence for me. The Shaw, Syce, Vinagre, Mitchell, those 4 players. I mean, basically, I've got 4 players I'm not completely locked in on. That's not a good thing when we've got 10 minutes to go until the deadline. It's actually pretty stupid. But yeah, I keep going back to maybe some 4.5s. Maybe I go to Dyer for Spurs. Got some pretty nice fixtures. Maybe Why Adams? I just think slightly better opening fixtures than Mitrovic, but I still tempted to go back. I'm not 100% sold on that. I'm just a little bit worried about the amount of transfers I might have to make. Like, what if Shaw gets injured in that Aston Villa game? That would be an absolute nightmare. An absolute nightmare. And that's part of the reason why I'm thinking Son to Pulisic would give me that 0.5 million to play around with straight away. Harsh, thanks very much. Downgrading Trent gives me a good midfielder in attack. Is this ridiculous? It's Saka and Trent or Pulisic and Vinagre. I mean, you got to think though, if Vinagre is a risk, maybe it's a risk worth taking, then suddenly you've only got Pulisic and no Vinagre. I mean, is Trent going to match Pulisic? Potentially not, but he could do for less money. I mean, ultimately, if any time you downgrade a premium player, it's going to give you more money to spend elsewhere, right? If I downgrade Werner, I could have a great defence. Just one of those things. Make a changes soon. Heavy traffic on the site could be an issue. I know. I feel like I'm locked in, to be honest. I feel like I'm locked in. Just how much do I want to back Chelsea ahead of Son? It's that Liverpool game, you know? Are Liverpool that good? I don't know. You're confused between Pereira and Eze. I don't know if Eze is guaranteed to start game week 1. Long term, he should. So potentially just go for Pereira because of that, I think. Just hope they do well. Just hope. Hope for the best at this point. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I will get my team locked in a minute. I think I'm pretty set. Yeah. Ionas, thanks very much. Trent, Vinagre and Doherty in the defence with Justin as a sub. Yeah, again, it's probably fine. You just got to remember that Justin and potentially Vinagre long term might need transferring out. But who knows? Maybe some really cheap defenders will come to fruition. Who knows? Is it only 7 minutes? Yeah, it's only 7 minutes now. Get locked in. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Please do hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It would be great to get to 96,000 subscribers before the end of the stream. Not quite 100k, but we're close. We're close. Create a Twitter page where we can follow your team updates. I mean, I literally have Twitter. It's in the description. Vinagre or Carl. I mean, Vinagre or Carl Peters, I've answered so many times now. It depends on your bench. If you want to risk it, go for Vinagre. If you don't, go for Carl Peters. Bill, we're all going to hate ourselves because we didn't pick that one option in the 200 we consider that turns out right. Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely going to happen. But you can't think like that. I mean, everyone's considered everyone at this point. Mr. Glenn, thanks very much. I love this time of year. Start out confident you got a half decent score. Yeah, exactly. As the deadline comes closer, you're disgusted you're disgust in your team grows. Yeah, absolutely. We all go through it. Like right now, I'm suddenly thinking, do I really want double walls defence? Knowing how good they were last year, and also knowing how good their fixtures are. Yes, I probably do want them. Right? I probably do want them. No team news. I've kind of forgotten that team news can even be a thing, to be completely honest. Yeah. You just realised that either Salah and St. Maximin or Pulisic and Havertz. Yeah, Salah can be spread around. I have got that in the back of my mind. Like Salah and like in this team, Salah and St. Maximin could be Pulisic and Havertz as well. Salah for captain, Leeds high press. Yeah, you could. You could. I'm going for Aubameyang, but I don't think Salah's as bad as an option as people making out. Like I keep saying, all he needs is a double-digit haul and it's job done. Alright, it's the 5-minute panic now. We're 5 minutes away from the first deadline. I cannot wait to just get this out of the way now. Let's get into Game Week 2. My league code is on the screen. It's also in the description below. There's also an auto-join. If you've done enough planning by now, why throw it away on last-minute punts? Yeah, I mean, for me, any of the players I'm thinking about bringing in are not really punts because... I've thought about him before. Pulisic's my only worry. But if he's available and he starts. Howard, Pereira and Barnes or Pulisic and Basuma? Pereira and Barnes. Or Pulisic and Basuma. I mean, I wouldn't want to be playing Basuma and Stevens every week. Let's just say that. Let me just say that. Yeah, do make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please do if you haven't already. Hit that like button as well. Much appreciated. I'm just having a look. Maybe putting Pulisic in still. I'm going to go Son. I think I'm set. Nothing in the bank. Huge panic. The thing with Pulisic is, I'll tell you what's putting me off. I've then got Shaw, maybe Vinagre, and maybe Pulisic that don't play. I mean, Shaw's definitely not going to play. Then it's Vinagre and Pulisic, and all I've got on cover is Basuma and Mitchell. So that's kind of worrying me a little bit. And I think I can just about get away with not having that extra Chelsea attacker for the Liverpool game. Maybe. Or Son plays Chelsea. So I think I'm locked in. Watch Ollie Burke now score against Wolves in the first game week. I mean, it's away from home. Maybe it's not the greatest option to go for double Wolves. I just changed Aubameyang for Mane. Is that a good choice? We'll find out soon. How am I feeling? Am I feeling nervous? A little bit, yeah, a little bit. Mr. Glenn, is your team built around moving players in from the Man United teams? I mean, Aubameyang to De Bruyne, but other than that, no, to be honest. Greenwood and 1 million in the bank for the swap ahead of game week 2 or 3. Not for me. Man United I'm not really massively looking at right now. That could change. I'm not saying forever I won't have Man United players, you know. That could change. Pulisic or Ali. Again, Ali's safer to start. Pulisic it's probably the better long-term pick, right? Barnes or Dele Alli. Dele Alli for sure. Saka or St. Maximin. Probably St. Maximin. Get that team locked in. We've literally got 2.5 minutes left. If you're not already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. There'll be plenty more of these streams going on. Son or Pulisic. Pulisic's so annoying to watch as well because he's so good when you don't own him. That Chelsea lineup could be heartbreak against Brighton. It's the last game as well. That's what makes it a little bit worse. 2. There are less players than last year. Now we only had 7 million last year by the end. I think we're on 5.8 million or something now. That's higher this time in game 1 than last year, I think. What are we on? Okay, 5.6 million, so not quite. But I think that's slightly higher than game 1 last year. I could be wrong. Luke Shaw stays. Luke Shaw stays for sure. I think so. I don't know what defenders they're going for. 1.5 minutes left. Good luck for the season. Yes, good luck to everyone. It's going to be a good one, I hope. I think I'm set. I think I'm set. Any changes I make now are just kind of last minute worries. Like Justin, Taylor, Eiling I could bring in. But I think I'm just going to go for the double Wolves defence. Okay, next week I've got to play one of them against Man City. Not ideal. But if they can get a clean sheet this week, then happy days. Dan, thanks very much. Robertson, Egan and Vinagre, a good shout, or Mitchell. I mean, those 3 defenders are good. It depends whether you need the money. Like Mitchell offers a bit of extra cash, but long term he's not probably a good pick. We're so close now. Make sure, if you haven't already, I know I've said it a million times, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you have not already. Yeah, why not? Are we locked in yet? Oh, no, Pulisic. Pulisic's going to go mad, isn't he? That 0.5 in the bank could be so big for me. I did say, oh, okay, I'm going to make the change. Okay, it's gone through. Boom. That's it. Locked in. 0.5 million in the bank in case I need to make a defender change. Oh, Son, don't score loads of goals, Son. Don't score loads of goals. If Pulisic and Vinagre don't start now, I'm playing Basuma and Mitchell, and I just give up. I'll just give up for the rest of the season. There we go. We're locked in. We are locked in. I've made the change. It's locked in. It's done. We are locked in. There we go. That's it. Season over. Just give up now. Come back next year. There's no way to win. That's it. Job done. I bottled the Son pick. Pulisic's the one I really wanted. I don't know. First 5 fixtures are pretty good for both. If Son scores a hat-trick now, I'll cry. But it is what it is, right? You've dropped your spaghetti all over the floor. I don't get it. The regret might be real. I've not got Reece James at least. Yes, new record for viewers. I think we're up at 9.7k at one point. It was absolutely insane. Thanks very much for everyone watching. There is actually going to be a Scoutcast match day today over on the Fantasy Football Scout channel. So if you've not already subscribed to that, we'll be on around 12:20 for the Arsenal. I just realised I got Adams as well. I didn't go back to Mitrovic. That's a bit of a spanner in the works, but I probably would have been okay for that. So I'm going to see if Mitrovic scores against Arsenal. If he does, I'm going to be crying. So there we go. You made a big mistake with that Pulisic transfer. Maybe so. I'll fix it with a wild card if it goes completely wrong. Let's see what happens. Yeah, maybe some mistakes have been made. We'll have to wait and see. Thanks for all the super chats today. Really appreciated. Thanks to everyone that's watched this pre-season. It's been absolutely mad. Glenn, now the deadline has passed. Here's 2 big potential punts. Nketiah 2% and Fabio Silva. Who are your potential punts? Oh, well, let's wait and see now. Fabio Silva, not gonna be a good option for a while, I don't think. And I think the same for Nketiah. If he starts, fine, but we don't know that for sure. If you haven't already, please do hit the like button on the way out. Hit that subscribe button as well. There's going to be plenty of these. We've actually hit 96,000 subscribers as well, so that's absolutely incredible. Thanks very much for all the support in this preseason. I'm going because I've been streaming all morning, and I've still got more to do later. You can still join the league, yes, but you'll have to wait for FPL to come back up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the super chats. Thanks for liking. Thanks for all the subscribes, all the comments. I will see you again on Sunday for another stream on this channel. I'll see you on Fantasy Football Scout around 12:20 for a stream over there. See you later, everyone. Good luck this week.